I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young MISSIONARY. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls at the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go in our nation's capital. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
They go play action. Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's second and 10. Now they'll change things up.
At the 32-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Off the play fake, Daniels. That's going to be caught. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Ertz, 32 yards. And the Commanders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 58 yards. And the 49ers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Moody good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's got a man on the comeback route. That's McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
60 Eagles, 60 Cowboy 80. 70 Lions.
Throwing now is Daniels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and a couple.
Let's go now. 65, 65. Go.
Here's Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Here's a 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Daniels. The 20. 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 49 yards. And the Commanders have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Purdy from the gun. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Samuel going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, but instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jordan Mason, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Zach Ertz has it complete and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Daniels looking to throw. is brought in by Jamison Crowder. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ready? 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Touchdown! Noah Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They go play action here. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half. Purdy eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. They'll look to throw here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Escapes the defender, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. To the air goes Daniels. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
A loss of 7 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 rings.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of... Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to swell the lead to 6. Seibert able to knock this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, they took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Purdy now to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
This is 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. 37 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force a penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Bronco 80. Stephanie.
They'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Flushed out right.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmental